So we're here at Stockton Lake, which is a little bit outside of Stockton, Missouri. This is one part of the lake. We have visited here before, and we enjoy coming here because of its solitude. We've come back because we've heard rumors of UFOs being sighted in the area, and we just thought we'd like to gravitate towards any paranormal happenings that are occurring in the area. This is one of Stockton's primitive camping sites that you can actually camp in the parking lot and transfer your items down into. This gives it a little more secluded, in the woods kind of feel to it, and separates you from a lot of the other campers. As you see, there's several more sites like this, about half a dozen in total, and all of them allow you to camp pretty much directly on the lake. Not a lot of tourism here, so there's not a lot of things to clutter up the lakefront. So that gives you a good clean feel down here. We'll go down another one to show you. So as you can see, painting around the coastline, I could see a fire burning in the distance, but otherwise, it's all nature here. There's no resorts, no gimmicks, no frills, no half-price ticket hawkers, no showboats. It's nature, but with that, it's about 20 miles from the closest little town, so your chances of nature encounters are higher also. Last time we stayed here, we got swarmed by baby armadillos. It was the cutest thing you ever saw because they were little jigglypuff. They come out of the woods wiggling and jiggling at us because their shells hadn't hardened yet. And if you scare them, they burrow straight down into the ground to try to avoid you. And there was a couple coyote packs that were communicating back and forth, and this part of the beachhead doesn't look nearly as clean as the other one. The other side's campsites look more ideal for swimming spots. This one looks a little murkier. Probably be really good for fishing though, especially having the ridge there to sit on. Oddly, you don't even see any fishermen out on the lake today. Cut on this one and go to a different part of the lake. So as we were cutting on that, we noticed there was some armadillo sheds here right in front of us, and I didn't even notice them at first. But it's just indicative that there is likely a large armadillo population still here, even at this time of the year. When we first came, it was around October, pretty close to Halloween, and like I said, there was a bunch of baby ones jiggling about. So, but I just thought this was interesting that there, as we cut, and I had told that story about them, that there was some of these hide sheds. And there's the lone other camper brave enough to come out this week and camp. Of course, they have a real abode as opposed to our camper van. And we'll do a little video of our camper van here in a little while. It's a little on the small side, but it'll suffice until I can get an Explorer van or something larger. As you can tell, there's plenty of spots. Nice big playground. Makes me want to go over there and jump on it. Some restrooms and showers. Now I'm going to go down this way. Yes, I'm going the wrong way, but these are the few primitive campsites that are not walk-in. They have pads, but no electricity, no running water to them. This is where we normally just kind of throw our hat at. This is the spot that we got assaulted by the Armadillo Army. We survived. All for this part of the campsite. I mean, camping vacancy. And here's the other playground that actually has some swings. Maybe I can get my cohort over here on the swings for a bit. And you'll see a marina in the distance there. We'll get that better in a moment. But if you notice, plenty of campsites. Down to it, but they do require a little more work. Now, there's a trail and an amphitheater, and we will get to that in a little while also. I'm gonna look at this marina now. Not sure what that means. Plenty of spots. Now there is another camper up here, but that is, I believe, the camp host. We actually have not even checked in yet because their stand doesn't open until 3 p.m. Now they do have an honor system with envelopes. And here's the only other touristy part of the whole park is the marina. And as you can tell, they're pretty full up. People are not out sailing today, and they do have a little general store and restaurant. We didn't get to eat in that one last time because of COVID going on, but Stockton State Park Marina. Alright, so Nyblad Trail and Amphitheater. That way. I wonder if they have any type of good events that ever occur at the amphitheater. Maybe Shakespeare in the Park. Maybe something by Homer. Or everybody's favorite author, Alfred E. Newman. Oh, it looks cozy. Well, it looks like it has some lighting up on the post. No stage though. Kind of curious, but they put something on. I wonder, do they stand on the picnic table? It appears that I have a captive audience. I wonder if they will throw roses. And they actually have some cabins for rent also. These look like cozy little cabins. I didn't want to get to film in the inside the windows or anything. I didn't want to like creep it out on them. But they look pretty standard size. I'd bet they sleep 6 to 8 in them. Just looking at the dimensions. They look pretty well spaced out. Oh, there's the trash can. Here. Hey, that one looks like it's air conditioned. Actually, there's several that look like they have air conditioning units and several that look like they do not. Oh, we have ourselves a gopher. Get him, get him, get him. Here he goes. I wonder if he was in Caddyshack. There's a mound there in the middle of the field. That might be his home. And we have a little visitor here. Another part of the wildlife, which goes with the territory here, because it is pretty far out from town. This one looks like a more mature one. He's not as jiggly as the other ones. And I think, is that a second one over towards the tree line? You see him over there?
Yeah.
Well, I hope we don't get bum rushed again when we go to cook our camp meal. Because and we have another one up here too. Hold on. That guy. They seem to be out in abundance around this park. And it makes me wonder if they don't contribute to maybe some of the odd, like, paranormal things that people think are out there wiggling about. Because if you don't know any better and you hear him in the woods and you don't see anything, you might attribute that. Where in a lot of other circumstances you'll hear something in the woods, but you'll be able to visualize something eventually, especially in a direction or area. Those guys can get into the brush very well, and they can dig into the dirt. So and here we're approaching the other part of the immediate state park, which has the boat launch, and it's more water access. It's called the Hartley Boat Launch, Stockton State Park. I must warn you that there is water ahead. And there is the beginning of the Lakeview Trail, which is an 8-mile trail that circles this immediate lake. And if you can notice in the distance there's a bridge, and that's actually, I can't remember if it's a 1.5 or a 2-mile bridge that leads over, and then if you go north some, you will come to the actual city of Stockton. Standard amenities, posted board, restrooms, parking lot, running water, picnic tables. Okay, so we found another part. It's the North Shelter Picnic Area and Beach. So we're going to take a look, see what we can find. Another armadillo. pavilion here on our right. And it looks like a nice wide open area for the lake. Restrooms. Another armadillos. There seems to be a theme here. Hey, another playground with swing sets. Oh. Well, unfortunately, it looks like the beach is closed, and I don't blame them. The temperatures are not particularly in line for swimming at the moment. But we did find something interesting. Aside from there being the Umber Ridge Trail, which is a 1.75 mile loop, we also found a graveyard. These are not as old of grave headstones as the other graveyard, which we will try to get as well. And of course, another part of the Lakeview Trail, which surprisingly does go around the lake. And this is the older of the two cemeteries that are on the state park grounds that we found. I don't know if there's a third or not. And it looks like this is just a family memorial. And I'm pretty sure the stones are of that family. I wonder if the text is on the other side or not. So we found another part of the Nyblad Trail. The other end of it was the one that was off of that amphitheater, but that was a different part of the park. This one isn't as long, but it looks like it has access to the lake. So let's take a look down here. Down brush, I'm guessing from the ice storms the other night, or the other last week. If you see over here to the right, this looks like it's a trail that's off to the amphitheater itself. We're not going to go that way, because obviously we were already at the amphitheater, but let's see what it holds down here. To cut brush. I guess the Bigfoot that lives in the area needs to keep warm also. I know Stockton has a pretty high on the Bigfoot Watchers website for sightings, and it's a very expansive lake. We're just seeing actually a small portion of it here where we're at. One of the better spots of it though, there's a lot of parts to it that waver in and out as far as depth goes. I think the lake is higher than it was the last time we were here. Again, notice no other civilization. This is and here we have a family of deer. There's 4 of them. One of them went into the woods. I guess we scared it. They are just staring at me. I have no food for you. If I did, I would give it to you. We have not fixed our food yet. Sorry. So we're winding down at camp a little bit, and we had dinner, but we spared you guys from having to watch us cook our dinner, as a lot of other camping videos, they go straight to moving their kitchen into the wild. We had beef stew. It was very delicious, but the sun is starting to go down a little bit, and we're just going to kind of wind down a bit and wait for the sun to go fully down, and then we'll poke around some of the spots and see what might happen.